In a quiet green forest, where tall trees touched the sky and sunlight slipped through the leaves like golden ribbons, there lived a small but clever rat named Milo. Milo was not like the other rats. While most rats spent their time searching for food or hiding in holes, Milo loved exploring the forest and helping other animals whenever they were in trouble. Even though he was tiny, his heart was full of courage. One bright morning, Milo woke up to the cheerful songs of birds. The forest smelled fresh after a light rain the night before. Drops of water still clung to the leaves, sparkling like tiny diamonds. Milo stretched his little paws and stepped out of his burrow, ready for another adventure. As he walked along a narrow path covered in soft moss, he noticed something unusual. The birds had suddenly stopped singing, and the forest had become strangely quiet. Milo's whiskers twitched with curiosity. He carefully followed the path deeper into the forest. After a few moments, he heard a faint sound. It was soft and shaky, like someone crying. Milo hurried toward the sound and soon discovered a small baby deer trapped between thick branches near a fallen tree. The baby deer's legs were tangled, and its eyes were wide with fear. "Don't be scared," Milo said gently, trying to calm the frightened deer. "My name is Milo. I'm here to help you." The baby deer tried to move but couldn't free itself. "My mother went to find food," the deer whispered nervously. "I tried to follow her, but I got stuck." Milo looked at the heavy branches. They were strong and twisted, far bigger than him. For a moment he wondered if he was too small to solve the problem. But Milo believed that courage was not about size, it was about determination. He began to think carefully. First, Milo climbed onto the fallen tree and examined the branches closely. He noticed that one of them was loose and cracked. If he could somehow move it, the baby deer might be able to escape. Milo pushed against it with all his strength, but the branch barely moved. Just then, Milo heard footsteps approaching. A large fox was walking nearby, sniffing the air. Milo quickly hid behind a leaf, worried that the fox might see the helpless baby deer. The fox looked around for a moment, but luckily it soon wandered away. Milo sighed with relief. He knew he had to act fast before another predator arrived. Thinking quickly, Milo ran toward a nearby group of woodpeckers pecking at a tree. "Please help me," Milo called out. "A baby deer is trapped under some branches. We need to break the wood so it can escape." The woodpeckers looked at each other and nodded. Together they flew to the fallen tree and began pecking at the cracked branch with their sharp beaks. Tap, tap, tap echoed through the forest as pieces of wood slowly chipped away. Meanwhile, Milo pushed from below with all his might. The branch started to loosen. The baby deer watched with hope growing in its eyes. Finally, with one loud crack, the branch broke apart and rolled away. The baby deer carefully stood up, its legs shaking but free at last. "You're safe now," Milo said with a proud smile. The baby deer lowered its head gratefully. "Thank you, Milo. I thought I would never get out." Just then, a graceful adult deer rushed through the trees. It was the baby deer's mother. She had been searching everywhere, worried sick. When she saw her baby safe, she gently nuzzled it and then turned toward Milo. "You saved my child," she said warmly. "You may be small, but your bravery is greater than the tallest tree in this forest." Milo felt a little shy hearing such praise. "I just did what anyone should do," he replied softly. The forest slowly returned to life again. Birds began singing, squirrels jumped between branches, and sunlight filled the clearing. The woodpeckers flew away proudly after their hard work, and the mother deer thanked Milo once more before guiding her baby safely back into the forest. As the evening sun painted the sky orange and pink, Milo walked back toward his cozy burrow. He felt tired but happy. Today he had learned something important. Being small did not mean being weak. Even the tiniest creature could make a big difference when they chose to help others. That night, as Milo curled up in his little nest of leaves, he listened to the peaceful sounds of the forest. Somewhere in the distance, the baby deer was safely resting beside its mother. Milo smiled and closed his eyes, knowing that tomorrow would bring another adventure waiting somewhere among the trees. And so the story of Milo the brave little rat had just begun, proving that true heroes are not measured by their size, but by the kindness and courage inside their hearts.